Good morning, students. It's our next chapter, chapter number 4, Social Justice. The name of the chapter is Social Justice, means the justice and the just behavior or treatment of our government for the society. Social justice. Now we will start this chapter and we will read in this chapter that some principles of justice which have been put forward in different societies and at different periods of time, or what is meant by the distributive justice or the theory of John Rawls of just society, means argument that a fair and just society would be in the interest of all members and could be defined on the rational grounds. So these are the main content of this chapter. Now if we are talking about means what is justice, then simply that justice defines according to the few writers, the politicians, that according to Barker, just something that is fitting and is therefore also binding is called justice. So the word justice is baffling, not because of it includes, but what it includes. Not just that what is include, but what is it exclude. Sorry, for different people it has different meaning. A legal expert would call it as a judgment pronounced by a judge, or a religious expert would call it as a set of morals and values. A poor man would regard it as abolition of poverty, or as a student you all simply promoted in next class is called justice for you at present due to the COVID-19. So the meaning of justice is different according to the conditions and society. After that, it means that the will of the stronger to improve the weaker, it is also considered as justice. So the word justice is derived from the Latin word jus, J-U-S, jus, and linked with the Latin word jengri, which means a bond or a tie. So that is why Barker say that something that is fitting and is therefore also binding is called justice. He also described that the idea of valid customs, or to which any citizen can appear and which is recognized and can be enforced by a human authority, is called justice. Further, he explained his idea that the function of justice may be said to be that of adjusting, joining, or fitting the different political values. Justice is the recounselor, work as a recounselor or as a counselor or synthesis of the political values. It is their union in an integrated and adjust in whole, we can say. So like Barker, other philosophers or writers also describe justice, that Salmon also described that justice means to distribute the due share of everybody is called justice. Justice protects the rights of the individuals as well as the order of the society. It is by the D.D. Raphael he described. And if we are talking about justice, is that the in ancient society it is related or associated with dharma, means to maintain dharma is called justice, or it was the prime duty of that king to maintain the dharma. Also Plato also discuss about justice in his book Republic. So and Socrates also says a few dialogues in that book. So various philosophers and various writers describe justice according to their point of view. Now the evaluation of the concept of justice, that justice in Indian political thoughts, according to that Manu and Kautilya describe that and the concept of justice, Indian concept of justice, is quite different. According to Manu and Kautilya, that justice exists in rule of law, and it is quite true in the present society also, that according to the judgment, or according to the rule of law, we calculate our views, means we consider that yes, it is justice. Manu also had divided law into the civil and criminal matters. Kautilya had opened that only state could provide the fair and impartial justice based on the rule of law. So these just ideas of justice therefore existed in India much before it developed in the western political thoughts, or still we follow the idea of the same ideas of Kautilya and Manu, that rule of law, only rule of law, and the means the ruler or the king, or the state, you can say the authority, at present the judiciary, only helpful to maintain the justice and rule of law in the society. Now according to the western, the Plato described justice in his book Republic, that justice, the remedy for saving the society against the two evils, namely ignorance and political selfishness. It is also quite correct in the present corrupted political scenario. Justice, according to Plato, that a man should do his work in the station of life, or in the situation of life to which he was called by his capacities, his abilities. So, Plato also divided his justice into three functioning society, that is wisdom, courage, and appetite. According to him, that there are three classes in our society, that the rulers, warriors, and farmers. The whole society was divided, and still it is divided into these three classes. So the call of justice requires that each of this class should perform its own functions about interference in the functions of other. He means Plato, according to Plato's category, the function of the ruler is provide wisdom, very wisdomly he work, and warrior means he is having courage, and farmer means appetite. So justice is nothing except that various section of society should do the work for which they are best suited, and should not interfere in others affair, is considered as justice. And he also described in his concept between various harmony between the various classes. The rulers would bring the harmony in the society, and according to the difference among the persons. So specialization and harmony leading to justice, or we can say that good of all, is considered as a justice. Means simply that the satisfactory level of the society, and the satisfaction, or the means the trust towards the ruler, the authority, the government, the judiciary, is called simple justice in our society. In the modern concept, the modern writers gave the concept of distributive justice, that is, we can say that a fair distribution of goods based on the creation of fairness, means to maintain the fair, free, and fair distribution of goods and services. So it was needed by the people. The modern welfare state made a distinction between basic wants or needs, or other needs or other wants of the other societies people, means the needs and requirements of a high class society, or a needs or requirement of a low or a poor class society. So it seeks to provide the major necessities of life to all, and the fulfillment of others needs married should be decided, that before taking the decision, that which one is more important, to fulfill which society's demand is more appropriate or more important at that time. So if we are talking about the categories or the division, so there are three principles that principles of justice, that the equal treatment for equals is the first principle, and proportionate justice is second principle, and recognition of spatial needs is the third principle of justice. So first we are discuss about the equal treatment for equals. Though all agree that all people should be given equal importance, it is not easy to give every person his dues. It is really not means it is not possible that for this the principle put forward to treat equals equally. It is sad that all individuals share their portion as humans, so they deserve equal rights and equal treatments. Mostly we can say that liberal democracies give rights to life, liberty, property, vote, equal opportunities to all, etc., to nearly all its citizens. Likewise, as per the principle of treating equals equally, there is no discrimination between people on the basis of their caste, color, race, gender, religion, region, etc. So people should be judged on the basis of their deeds, their requirements, their work, and not on the basis of the group to which they belong. Thus, if two people from the different caste are a teacher, they would get the same breaks and salaries. If one is given more salary as he belongs to upper caste, and other low as he belongs to the lower caste, it would be wrong and unreasonable. It is not considered as equal treatment for equals. It is a discriminative type of function or a criteria in our society. Now the next is proportionate justice. In addition to in equal treatment, there are circumstances in circumstances when treating everyone equal would be wrong. Thus, in a college exam, students are given marks in their in the category of their hard work accordingly, means according to their performance, rather than for just performance in the exam. Means overall a student get good marks if he or she is a hard working or doing his best in the exam. Means the proportion of the scale and quality of their own efforts. Here justice then is rewarding every individual in proportion to the amount of efforts he put in. Simple. While all people may deserve the award, those people who show extra merit and caliber deserves definitely more. For a balanced justice in the society, the principle of equal treatment has to be balanced with the principle of proportionate justice. Now, the recognition of spatial needs is the next point of this topic. So means we can say that the next point of this whole topic, that uh, recognition of spatial needs. So it is the third principle of the justice which we recognized as for a society to take into amount of spatial needs for people while distributing the rewards of their duty, means of their work. Spatial needs, it means that a person is handicapped and he is sitting in the on the first floor or the ground floor and doing his exam, and also deserves to get some extra time according to the criteria of that exam proportion. So that is justice there. It is not discrimination that he is doing work according to his own comfort, that sitting on the ground floor and doing exam while the other students went or crossed the stairs of the 10th floor and they are giving their exam there. So it is the special need of that special person. So the third principle of justice is a special way of promoting the social justice by looking into the special need of people. Sometimes equal treatment and proportionate justice not be sufficient to ensure the justice to people. It uh, um, it means that people who are not equal in certain aspects or respects may be treated differently. These may include people with special needs or disability, lack of education, health, physical disability, and also some more criterias. Means overall our government decide that these type of 8 some criterias for special treatments in many states. If a person or people are not able to live a healthy and productive life, result in an unequal society definitely. In such a situation, the preferential treatment or the major treatment is given to the people. The constitution thus also allowed the reservation for jobs in educational institutions to the SC and ST community. Here we have some other examples that a person is visually handicapped student gets 3 hours and 30 minutes to finish his mathematics paper. So means the 30 minutes is the extra effort or the recognition of the special need. So it is considered as a justice. And one student walks with a limp, so the teacher decided to give her also the 3 hours and 30 minutes to finish his mathematics exam. It is also considered as the special needs. A teacher give grace marks to the weaker students in the class to boost their morale. So it is also considered as a special needs. So a professor distribute different question papers to the different students based on her evaluation of their capabilities. Means a merit holder student definitely give a level class type of question paper, or a weaker student also give a simple normal question paper. So it is the capability or the caliber of that student. So there is a proposal of the reservation of 33% of the seats in the parliament for women. So it is also considered as justice, but at least we deserve at least 50%. So it depends on our government. No comments on it. So it is our today's topic. Rest of the topics and the portions we will discuss in our next class.